Namaste, everybody. This is me, Leknath Gautam. One more time for you today. Uh, Today I am coming with some special uh, show, analytical show that I want to discuss. Bernie Sanders just had a speech today outlining his agendas and asking Joe Biden what he is gonna do about those issues. He said, we have the energy, we have the kind of coalition, young people, people of color, with such ideas that majority of American people support. Only thing he has considered that he has lost that argument of electability. These days, because of the Donald Trump toxic presidency, everybody is scared about his another term. 4 more years of Trump administration and Trump's toxic nature. Everybody is scared. But people are not thinking about the future after Donald Trump is defeated. What kind of society we want after Donald Trump is defeated? What kind of person we want to send in White House to defeat Donald Trump? Do you want to send someone else who is not passionate, who doesn't have any agenda to run, who doesn't have any liability? Who do we want to send? That is the central issue of today. I know Bernie Sanders has fallen short on something. The mainstream media, the establishment of Democratic Party, and the system itself cannot take the bullet of Bernie Sanders. They are so empowered, they are so powerful that it is very hard to get in there and change the system. Change the system for good. Nobody is asking just to change and get something bad result, but change and make it better. Today in his speech, he has outlined, Bernie Sanders has outlined, he has asked question to Joe Biden, what will you do about these issues that people are talking about, people are concerned about, especially Medicare for all. A lot of people are uninsured. They don't have health insurance. They are underinsured because they cannot go to the doctor because of the bill. Do you know how many times I have seen to the doctor? Very less. Because I am always scared of those co-payments, doctor visit payments, medicine and all that. And it is very hard to get to the specialist doctor as well. That is the problem of this country in the this healthcare system. So he's talking about Medicare for all. The question for Joe Biden is what he is going to do if he is elected next president of the United States. What he's going to do to solve the problem. He says he wants to expand the Obamacare. Obamacare was good some time ago when we didn't have any help from the federal government. We didn't have any check and balance on the insurance agencies, insurance industries. It did a lot better to the lives of people. A lot of people were able to get insurance from Obamacare. That was a good step forward. But it is not the best step now. Medicare for all or universal healthcare system is the best option. What you gonna do, Joe Biden? Bernie Sanders has asked that question to him directly. Free college. Somebody who cannot afford to go to college this country now because he doesn't have money. If he goes to college, he has to bear a lot of loan. He has to pay his entire life. That's why he's talking about the free college, tuition free college in the government universities. What are you gonna do, Joe Biden? Bernie has asked. Free child care when they are born. Child, if you make a healthy child, if you invest in child, the country's future is good. Country's future is healthy. That future will change the nation, will make the nation better. But if you don't invest on those childs, what they're gonna do? So we have to have free child care, so that every parents, no matter what their income is, can get that child care for their little kids. Green New Deal. The environment is collapsing. We have seen too many catastrophes all around the globe. This catastrophe killing millions of people, displacing them from their places, and that makes their places inhabitable. So what we do to challenge those climate crisis problems? What we have a plan to deal with that problem? Bernie Sanders has asked that question to Joe Biden. And crumbling infrastructure. America was built long time ago. The roads, bridges, schools were built long time ago, and they haven't built new. Now it is time to build those infrastructures. We cannot live when the bridges are old and anytime they can crumble. That's why we need new infrastructure in this country, and Bernie Sanders wants to do that. He has asked Joe Biden what you will do to tackle that problem. Do you have any idea? Do you have any agenda to really invest in infrastructure? And paid leave, labor rights are another issues. Laborers are suffering, although they are working, but they are not making good living wage. Healthcare, living cost, everything is going up, but their pay is not going up, it is going down instead. They are not paying, they are not able to raise their kids in a standard way, in an American way. They deserve it. So these are the very important issues, fundamental issues. The establishment, the democratic establishment, the media is just pretending that everything is fine. Everything looks fine in the paper. If you look at the data, Wall Street, stock market, maybe it is high. But the real problem is in the communities, in the families who make less than $30,000 a year. That is the problem. So Bernie Sanders has brought all those issues in surface since 2016. Everybody knows what is the problem here, but nobody has a solution. Nobody wants to talk about it because it is too big. We cannot do it. We cannot give everybody health care. Yes, we can. Every other nation in the world, every country, every developed country in the world can uh, afford a free healthcare. Why not we? Why we say we are the richest country in the world? Then why can't we afford to give a vaccine to a coronavirus patient? One person has to pay like $3,000 to go to the doctor to check their coronavirus. That is not the America. That's not the dream of American life. So we have to acknowledge that situation as well. When we talk about electability, okay, we have to defeat Donald Trump. That is number one priority. But we have to put someone who defeats Donald Trump and shows the future. Who has the future? Who has the agenda? Who has the energy? We have to get someone else in the office. Joe Biden, he's a nice guy maybe. But what he represents? He represents same old ideas, same old culture. A lot of people don't want to embrace that culture anymore. They want something new. The young people are demanding the betterment of their life. They are working too much. People are working 2, 3 jobs and can't afford health care. That is unacceptable. So let's, as a people, as a person, some people are talking about the radical ideas. They are talking about socialism, the word itself. They are scared of that word, socialism. Only that word. I wish Bernie had kept himself away from that word, but he used that anyway. That is his problem. These programs are popular. If you say Medicare for all, this is popular. But if you say, hey, I want a socialist, that's not popular. People are kind of scared. When they talk about the socialism, they talk about Venezuela, Cuba, and other countries, authoritarian countries. They don't talk about the European countries where the life is good. People are happy. So the messaging technique of Bernie Sanders has kind of failed. So he has to change his way of messaging, And there is a vast mainstream media opposition. Every media that changes a lot of stories. They don't talk about the real problems of the society. They talk about some little stuff. What Trump tweeted, what Trump wear, what is Trump's hair color, all that stuff. We don't want to hear that. We want the real issues of American people. How his policies are affecting those people. How his rhetoric, how his works making those people's life bad or worse. That's what we need to talk. But they are talking about little stuff. What is he wearing? What is he eating? What is he reading? We don't need all that. So that is a problem in our society because the media wants just ratings. They want to talk about something that's not relevant to anybody, not relevant to any American people. So we have to change that perspective as well. To do that, we have to have some change in ourselves, in our politics, in our every system of the government. If we continue doing this, I don't think we ever gonna change it. So Bernie Sanders was good, his agendas are good, but the way of presentation was not so nice, so people get around Joe Biden. And I fear he will lose to Donald Trump because Joe Biden is not a very smart guy. He's maybe a good guy, but he's not a smart guy. So let's hope for our country Thank you for very much for listening to me today. Thank you.